Hey everybody, this is Yolanda, and this video is going to be about films that I like and that didn't get their full due when they first came out. And there's one film I want to talk about today, and this is about the movie Henry and June. Now, I'm going to give you a little backstory about this. Back in 1990, I had my first job working as a movie theater in San Francisco, California. It's a movie theater called AMC Kabuki. So anyone out there used to work at the AMC Kabuki, San Francisco, California? Hi. Anyway, we got this film called Henry and June. Now, this backstory about it is that the film, apparently the sexuality of the film enraged the censors, that they decided to give it an X. Now, there was some controversy at the time with ratings of movies like The Cook, The Thief, His Wife and Her Lover, Tie Me Up, Tie Me Down. These films had the X stigma. And so to avoid this from giving the X stigma, they created a new rating known as NC-17. So Henry and June was the test case of how the rating went. Now, when I was working at the movie theater, it was playing in about 4 auditoriums, and I remember that it was packed in our neck of the woods. And one drawback about NC-17 is that a lot of newspapers, especially small town newspapers back then, didn't feel comfortable about advertising this. They felt that this is smut. Now, just a little bit about Henry June. There's one scene at the beginning of the film. This scene is what caused the whole shebang about the X versus NC-17. This happens to do with a postcard, an explicit postcard with a woman and an octopus. Don't ask me, it's a Japanese drawing. Basically, by today's standards, I think that this film is more suitable for an R than NC-17. I hope that somewhere down the road they do re-rate it. The NC-17 basically mean that no one can see this film under the age of 18. So, we always had to card a lot of people. But anyway, the good thing about Henry June is I saw the film and I absolutely loved it. Now, Philip Kaufman, who directed Invasion of the Body Snatchers, The Right Stuff, and Rise of the Sun, and The Unbearable Lightness of Being, directed this film back in 1990. It's hard to believe that 21 years have passed. But what the story goes about is about Anais Nin, played by Maria de Medeiros, living in Paris in the 30s. She's a writer, and she wants to be challenged. Her husband Hugo, played by Richard Grant, he's sort of the wet blanket in this whole thing, but he does pull a couple of unexpected surprises in the film. But into this little happy mix is Henry Miller, that's Fred Ward. Now, she's intrigued, Anais is intrigued with Henry, but then enters the picture of June, Henry's wife, played by Thurman, who really has some great strength and character in this film, and I hope that she gets back into the swing with more dramatic roles, because this was a great start-off point. So Anais is intrigued with Henry, but then she also becomes intrigued with June. Now, a lot of the film has a lot of, let's say, color to it. There's a lot of color. There's blues and everything like that. But there's a lot of shadow. There's lots of parts in the film where it fades from one scene to another, sort of like in a dream. Just a very weird dream. Now, I hope that you do see this. This is a great film. If you're under 18, then NC-17 means that you can't see it if you're under 18. So, for those of you that are under that age, wait until you turn 18 to see the film. And again, it's hard to believe 21 years has passed since I've seen this film. But I still like it, and I hope that you do eventually can find a copy of it. I know that you can find some very cheap HS copies of it. It's also available on the DVD. Not Blu-ray yet. Somewhere down the road maybe, but you have those two options. Again, I hope that you do catch it when you do, and I hope you like it. Bye.